I've been looking for an EA to trade the DAX for a while now, and I think I found one. Interestingly, it's not actually designed for the DAX, but after running several backtests over different periods, the results look very promising. What's even more interesting is that this EA is completely free, and because I am happy with the backtest, I'm putting it straight onto a $200 live account. Let's take a look. Those of you that aren't familiar with the DAX, it's also called the German 30 or the German 40. So whether people talk about the DAX or the German 30 or the German 40, it's all the same thing. The DAX is the German index and the German 30 is the 30 best performing companies, right? So you can see that it tracked the 30 major companies listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Recently though, they added another 10 companies and they are listed here and it became the German 40. Now, before we continue, if you're new to the channel, I review many free EAs and I share many resources for free too. So if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button below so you never miss an upload. And the EA that I'm talking about is the dark Mimas. Now, if we look at it very briefly on the MQL5 marketplace, what you can see is that this EA was actually designed specifically for the Euro dollar, the pound dollar, the Aussie CAD, or the Aussie Swiss. Other Forex pairs as well, but no mention of any indices or any other commodities. Now, you can get it on the developer's website, and the benefit of doing it that way is that when you get it, it's still completely free, but you can get 10 licenses immediately. So you can then basically try it on 10 different demo accounts, you can put it on 10 live accounts, you can put it on whatever assets you want, you can try it on different assets. So it's definitely beneficial to do it that way. Now, as mentioned in the intro, I'm going to be putting this onto a $200 live account. Now, $200 live account is relatively small. Trading conditions are very important when you're trading with a small account, particularly because your spreads and your swaps and any commissions really do eat into your profits if you are trading. I have backtested this EA on several brokers, and the best results I got was with Eightcap. Now, Eightcap is a fully regulated broker, and if you go down to the bottom of the homepage, you can see all of the various regulations. And if we then look at the trading conditions, particularly for the DAX, what we'll see is that the German 40, you can see that the spreads start from just 1.5 pips. So that's really important. And they have a number of account types, and they also have a number of trading platforms. So we've got TradingView, MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4, and then we've got the web versions of it. And obviously we are going to be trading with MetaTrader 5, but the EA is also suitable for MetaTrader 4, so you can download the MetaTrader 4 version. So you can use either one of these for the EA, but if you prefer manual trading, you've got those options as well. Let's go to the platform where I have this installed. You can see that I do already have the chart open. But what I'm going to show you before that is I'm going to show you my backtest results. Now, I backtested this EA using the default settings over a period of just about 5 years. So you can see I started the backtest on the 1st of the 1st, 2021, and right up until the beginning of August. So just under 5 years. You can see that I have set the deposit to $200 and my leverage of 1 to 100, which is exactly the trading settings and conditions that I will be using in this account. So let me show you the settings. You can see that we have it to 0.01 lots, okay? And everything else is exactly as it comes out the box. So this is the set file that you actually get with the EA when you order it. So you don't have to load it. It's included with the EA. Once you put the EA onto the chart, these are the settings that are going to be set. Now, using these settings of 0.01 over almost 5 years, what you can see is that we have a pretty smooth equity line. Of course, there are some drawdowns. Not too bad though, and you can see that there are no long drawn out drawdowns. You can see that it pretty much recovers almost immediately every time. And just one other thing that I wanted to show you in the settings is that we are using every tick based on real ticks. So this is the most accurate backtest. So let's go back to our backtest results. And what you can see is that we have a maximum drawdown of 28%, and we have a total net profit of 180. Now keep in mind this is on a $200 account, so it's almost double the account. Also interesting to see is that the percentage of trades won on the short side is 92, just about 93%, and on the long trades, very similar, just slightly higher. So that's really very promising. Now I'm going to show you the backtest results that I had using 0.02 lots, and you can see that the graph looks very similar. But if we look at the backtest results, what you can see is that we had a much bigger drawdown. So we had a drawdown of about 45%, but our profit is almost double. In fact, it is double. So this is really up to you how you prefer to do it. Personally, I'm going to trade it on default settings of 0.01. But if you are more risk averse and you don't mind a slightly larger drawdown, you can set it to 0.02. You'll see that there was a larger drawdown in the past, but the profits are much higher. So again, depends on you and your risk tolerance. Okay, so let's attach this EA to the chart and we'll do that. We'll go back to the VPS. I have already got it here. You can see that I've got it on the German 40 on the DAX. Algo trading is enabled. It is on the right time frame, which is H1. All I'm going to do is I'm going to place it onto my chart. But before I do, I'm going to check something. And this is quite important. You need to do this with all of the dark EAs. So whenever you are going to trade with any of the dark EAs, what you need to do is on your platform, go to Tools, Options, okay, and then you're going to go to Expert Advisors. All right, I have done it. And what you want to do is you want to just tell it to allow DLL imports. Okay, allow algorithmic trading and allow DLL imports. That's very important. In fact, if you don't do this, even when you backtest, you're not going to get any results. You won't see any trades opening on the backtest. So you need to do that. Okay, so that's done. The next thing I'm going to do is just add the EA to the chart. Just simply drag it on. As I said, I'm going to use absolutely default settings. So if we just take a quick look at it, what you can see is that money management is set to false. The lot is set to 0.01 and everything else is completely default. We're going to click on OK and that's it. The EA is attached to the chart and it will start trading as soon as it gets a signal to do so. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this EA performs in the account because finding a good EA for indices, particularly on a small account, is really quite challenging. You can keep an eye on its performance too using the link to FX Blue that I'll leave in the description. I'll also leave links to Eightcap and the robot so you can do exactly what I just did. But always test on a demo account before risking your money. As always, thanks for watching, trade safe, and I'll see you soon.